Welcome to the 10 Minutes Gold Mine, where every book gives you a treasure of knowledge in just 10 minutes. Introduction. Quiet. The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain explores the often overlooked strength of introverts in a society that celebrates extroversion. Cain argues that introverts possess unique qualities, often undervalued in modern culture, that contribute greatly to creativity, leadership, and productivity. Drawing from research in psychology, sociology, and neuroscience, Cain champions the power of quiet, thoughtful, and reflective individuals. Through personal anecdotes and studies, she calls for a reevaluation of the ways society values extroverted behaviors, advocating for a balance where both introverts and extroverts can thrive. In this book, Cain shares how introverts are often misunderstood and undervalued, especially in environments such as workplaces, schools, and social settings, which tend to favor outward displays of confidence and assertiveness. She reveals how introverts are equipped with the ability to focus deeply, think critically, and innovate, traits that are crucial in today's complex world. Quiet aims to show that society needs both introverts and extroverts to function at its best, and that introverts should embrace their nature rather than feel pressured to conform to extroverted ideals. Part 1. The Extrovert Ideal and Its Impact on Society. In the first part of the book, Cain introduces the extrovert ideal, the idea that in today's society, extroversion is seen as the most desirable trait. From an early age, children are taught to be outgoing, assertive, and energetic. Cain argues that this ideal is ingrained in many social institutions, particularly in Western cultures, where extroverted characteristics are often rewarded in the classroom, in the workplace, and in social situations. The belief that success is achieved through talkativeness, sociability, and constant interaction leaves introverts at a disadvantage, even though they may excel in ways that are not as immediately visible. Cain provides an example of the history of how this shift towards extroversion came about, tracing it back to the 20th century, when the rise of big business and advertising led to a cultural shift that emphasized personality over substance. The advent of mass media, particularly film and television, reinforced the idea of the charismatic leader and the outgoing star, which eventually permeated other areas of society. Cain asserts that this change has led to a society that privileges extroverted qualities, making it harder for introverts to feel comfortable in their own skin. She argues that many introverts suffer from a form of cultural inferiority complex, feeling as if they are inherently flawed or lacking because they don't fit the extroverted mold. Part 2. The Science of Introversion. In this section, Cain delves into the science behind introversion and extroversion, explaining how these traits are rooted in biology and neuroscience. She explores how the brain processes stimuli differently in introverts and extroverts, citing research that shows that introverts have more active frontal lobes, which are involved in complex thought and introspection. This makes introverts more sensitive to external stimuli, which is why they may prefer solitude or smaller, quieter environments where they can think deeply and recharge. Cain introduces the concept of the introvert brain, explaining that introverts often have a higher baseline level of dopamine in the brain, which means they are less motivated by external stimulation. In contrast, extroverts have lower dopamine levels and seek out external stimulation to feel engaged. This difference in brain chemistry is crucial in understanding why introverts thrive in environments that require focused attention and reflection, while extroverts excel in situations that demand social interaction and quick decision-making. This section underscores that introversion is not a deficiency or a personality flaw, but rather a natural variation in how people process information and engage with the world. Cain argues that these differences should be celebrated, as they allow for diverse approaches to problem-solving, creativity, and innovation. Part 3. The Hidden Strengths of Introverts. Cain emphasizes that introverts have a set of qualities that make them valuable in a variety of contexts. She explains how introverts tend to be deep thinkers, great listeners, and capable of forming strong, meaningful relationships. While extroverts may thrive in large social settings, introverts excel in quieter environments where they can focus their attention and bring a sense of depth to their work. One of the key points Cain makes in this section is the relationship between introversion and creativity. She shares examples of famous introverts like Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, and J.K. Rowling, who have made profound contributions to society through their introspective nature. Introverts, Cain argues, are more likely to engage in independent thinking, which leads to innovation and breakthroughs. Because they tend to be less distracted by external stimuli, introverts are more adept at solving complex problems and thinking outside the box. Cain also highlights how introverts tend to be better at listening and observing, skills that are crucial in leadership and teamwork. Introverts are often more attuned to the needs and concerns of others, which allows them to be empathetic leaders who empower those around them. This is in stark contrast to the loud, dominant leadership style that is often associated with extroversion. Cain suggests that introverts are more likely to lead through quiet confidence, creating an environment of mutual respect and collaboration rather than competition. Part 4. Introverts in the Workplace. Strategies for Success. The workplace is one of the primary areas where the extrovert ideal is most prominent. In this section, Cain explores the challenges that introverts face in professional environments that reward extroverted behaviors, such as frequent meetings, networking, and open-plan offices. Introverts often feel the need to conform to these extroverted expectations in order to succeed, which can lead to burnout, stress, and dissatisfaction. Cain offers practical strategies for introverts to navigate the workplace and succeed on their terms. One of the strategies Cain suggests is for introverts to find work environments that allow them to leverage their strengths. She recommends seeking out roles where independent work and creative problem-solving are valued over constant collaboration and social interaction. Additionally, Cain encourages introverts to practice self-advocacy, ensuring that their contributions are recognized and that their need for quiet time is respected. She also discusses the importance of setting boundaries in the workplace and creating a space that allows for focused work without constant interruptions. Cain also talks about how introverts can succeed in leadership roles. While the stereotype of the charismatic, outgoing leader is often associated with extroverts, Cain argues that introverts can lead just as effectively, if not more so, through their thoughtful approach to decision-making, listening skills, and empathy. By embracing their natural leadership style, introverts can create more harmonious and productive teams, focusing on collaboration and trust rather than dominance. Part 5. Quiet in a Noisy World. How to Embrace Your Introversion. In the final part of the book, Cain offers advice on how introverts can embrace their nature and thrive in a world that often values extroverted traits. She encourages introverts to stop trying to fit in and instead embrace their quiet, introspective strengths. Cain suggests that introverts should surround themselves with people who appreciate their qualities and who support their need for solitude and reflection. Cain also discusses the importance of self-acceptance, arguing that introverts should be proud of their traits and avoid comparing themselves to extroverts. She shares stories of introverts who have found success by embracing their natural tendencies, from artists to entrepreneurs to activists. Cain suggests that introverts have the power to shape the world in their own way, without needing to conform to societal expectations. Additionally, Cain highlights the role of parents and educators in nurturing introverted children. She provides strategies for supporting introverted children and creating environments that allow them to flourish without feeling pressured to be something they are not. Conclusion. Celebrating the power of quiet. Quiet concludes by calling for a cultural shift in how we view introverts. Cain asserts that society needs to recognize and value the contributions of introverts, rather than pushing them to become more extroverted. She believes that both introverts and extroverts have unique strengths that can complement one another, and that the world will be better off when both are celebrated for what they bring to the table. Cain's book serves as a powerful reminder that introverts are not lesser than extroverts. They simply have a different approach to life. By embracing introversion and recognizing its power, individuals can create a more inclusive and balanced world, where both quiet reflection and bold action are valued equally. Conclusion. The Quiet Revolution. In conclusion, quiet is a call to action for society to rethink its biases against introverts and to create environments where they can thrive. Cain provides a thorough and thoughtful exploration of introversion, its strengths, and the barriers introverts face. Through her research and insights, Cain encourages introverts to embrace their quiet power and to find ways to succeed in a world that often rewards extroverted behaviors. This book is a valuable resource for anyone looking to understand the dynamics between introversion and extroversion, and how we can create a more balanced, inclusive society. What aspects of introversion do you think are undervalued in modern society? How can we make our workplaces and communities more inclusive for introverts? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. That's it for today's 10 Minutes Gold Mine. If you find value in this, don't forget to like and subscribe. We upload +5 videos each day. Lastly, if you have any book in mind that you want to listen to, feel free to type the name in the comments. See you in the next one.